Hey everybody, it's your boy Nerdicane here again. I know it's been a while since I did a new video. I got done with school and I was just exhausted after that, and then got to working for the holiday season and got sick like this. I have a baby. I have a 1-year-old. So when your baby goes to daycare, he or she brings all these germs home, and like any variation of the flu or a cold that's out there, you're gonna get, because those other dirty ass little kids at the daycare are gonna give it to him, and then he's gonna bring it to you. So I spent a good like 2.5 weeks just like feeling like crap, going from cold to fever to achiness to another sore throat. It was miserable. But I'm back. This is from Alterna Comics. This was kind of made famous, well, not made famous, but brought to my attention by Diversity in Comics. They are, look at that price, $1.50 for a comic. These comics are usually, they're not, I don't think they're continuous series. I think these are like, they'll do a limited series, 4 issues, things like that. But I don't think they have really an ongoing universe or ongoing world. They give creators a chance to tell a 4 to 6 issue story. And so you see these are really creative driven comics. They mean something to the creator, and hopefully, with any writer, they hope that it means something to the audience reading it. So this is Trespasser, and Trespasser is really cool. And another quick note: Alterna Comics are newsprint. The smell of newsprint is back, and I really love that. They do really good stuff. They have a weird distribution. It was really hard for me to find Alterna Comics these issues, these single floppies, in the store, because not every store carries them. Most stores, like near here, the closest one to me is Criminal Records. They had like an omnibus, a collection of a bunch of stories, and it didn't have Trespasser in it. So I passed on it. Finally, I found it at Oxford Comics, which is a little more towards Buckhead here in Atlanta. A little further to go, but I'm glad I did. They're good people. They carry a lot of stuff. So this is I'm going to do a spoiler-free review for the next maybe 2.5 minutes, okay? So this is Trespasser. The premise is, it's very much our time, but something has happened. The world is irradiated. There was either a nuclear war or some sort of fallout. Something happened. And we don't know, it kind of leaves you guessing. You don't know if it was a war amongst humans or maybe a war with the aliens when they arrived. It leaves that open. And I'll get to that, a little more of that in the spoilery part. So, it basically just goes, the basic premise is this dude is out looking for food for his daughter, and he comes across an alien in a bear trap that he set. This dude's kind of like a hermit. He's like one of those forest hermits. He's one of those dudes like, get off my property. One of those dudes. So he's got a daughter, and she's a little wonky because of the radiation too. There she is. She's got a little wonky eye there, and it's basically it's like the struggle for their survival would have been an interesting story, but then you add an injured alien and the things that unfold after that, and it's really cool. This story is really cool. It is by Justin M. Ryan. Christian Rossi did the art, and DC Hopkins did the letters. So it's a very small production. This is craft. These Alterna Comics, this is craft comics. Short runs, get in, get out, tell your story, move on. Yeah, this is a buy. Go get it. If you can find it, you may have to order it online. So, okay, that concludes the spoiler-free part. We're going to get into the spoilers now. Okay? So if you don't want this spoiled, go check out one of my other videos. Hit a like, hit a subscribe. Hit me up on the Twitter, okay? All right, here we go. Spoiler prime. Starts out, this dude catches, well, he doesn't catch it. He catches by mistake. This alien, but in a bear trap. And he brings it in, and he's like, bandaging its wounds, and he's talking with his daughter about it and whether it's dangerous or not. Cool thing is these apparently these aliens are known, because he's not really surprised. He's not really freaked out to see an alien on his property. It's not common, but he's not like, he sort of knows what they are. So there is some history between the humans and the aliens. These people are starving, so what he does is, he mulls it over, and then he was like, you know what? I gotta kill this alien. So he kills the alien, he cooks it, and they're eating it. In the second one, the aliens group comes back and kind of finds him. And they take they dig up the bloody, this guy kills the alien, cooks it, and then buries its food and its equipment in the ground. So the aliens find that stuff, and they basically go into his house, and he's getting sick from radiation, so he's passed out. And they basically lay the bloody clothes out, and they put this weird symbol underneath it. And I don't know what the symbol means. And it kind of freaks out the daughter, and the daughter, that's when the daughter gets it. The daughter's like, I know what you did. We cooked the alien, we ate the alien. And they did it because all the food that they're finding out in the world there's a hunting scene in this one, where basically he comes upon a bear that had killed a deer, and he shoots the bear, and he realizes you can't eat either of them, because they have to check everything with a Geiger counter, and it's just going off. It's bad food. They can't eat it. In the third one, you start to see that him and his daughter are getting sick, and that's a bad sign. And the fourth one, it kind of comes to a head where the visitors are showing up to his house. His daughter's super sick. Their dog was getting sick too. The dog's got like 5 legs. It's weird. You'll see. And then, so they put the aliens got to the dog first. They put this metal thing in its head, and the dog was feeling good. The dog was doing better. So the dude doesn't really know what it is, so he pulls it out, and then the dog dies not long after that. So it gets to the point they're both sick, they're both weak, and then this one, they show up, and the aliens show up, and he's so tired and so weak and so sick. He's just like, do whatever you want to me. He's given up. He's do whatever you want to me. Just help my daughter, or don't hurt her. And what they do is they take her and knock him out with this green light that makes him go to sleep. So it leaves it at that. And what you see is it goes, she wakes up in a hospital, and in Jackson, just a couple miles away, well, a pretty good distance away. And she wakes up, and she's better, and she's feeling better. It doesn't really explain a whole lot after that. It just cuts to like 10 years later, where she shows back up on the farm, and he's still alive. And, they kind of have a reunion. And and that's it. It just goes from there. That's the end of the story. But the cool thing is about this, he doesn't, this author doesn't answer all of the questions you might have about this comic. And that's a good thing. And I've realized that, especially with the experience of the old EU, the old Star Wars EU, I don't want all of the answers. We had all the answers in the Star Wars EU, and a lot of it, there was no mystery to that universe anymore, and that kind of spoiled it and made it less cool and less interesting. So I mean, think about it this way. Remember in A New Hope, when Obi-Wan mentioned the Clone Wars, and then there was really nothing else said about it afterwards. Well, the hardcore fans for years and years and years thought about, the Clone Wars. What the heck are the Clone Wars? That sounds really badass. What is that? And then, cut to a decade or a couple decades later, when the Clone Wars movie comes out, we're like, oh, this was the Clone Wars. This sucked. Really wish we hadn't got the answer to that. It was cooler as a mystery. And that's what a lot of this world that Justin Ryan has created is there's mystery to it. You don't know the cause. You see the effects, but you don't know all the causes. Um, and I walked away the first time I read this. I walked away and I was like, man, this was kind of a letdown. I thought about the ending as a letdown. And then, going through my day, doing my thing, I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, this is a really cool allegory for our relation as human beings with, say, an endangered species, say a tiger. We know, we know there's very few tigers. We want to do something to help them, but that's still a tiger. You're not going to walk up to a tiger in the jungle and be like, "Oh, I know you're in trouble. You're here. Have some food." No, the tiger sees you as food. It doesn't understand that, and maybe that's part of this story. Is like these aliens see us as an endangered species due to possibly what we've done to ourselves. That factor, looking at in that prism, makes me think that this is we did this to ourselves with a nuclear war, and the aliens just happened upon us because whatever, they found us and they realized, oh, these guys are in trouble. So a tiger, when you tranquilize a tiger, it doesn't know that you're doing it so you can like fix its tooth or fix an infection that it has. It's a tiger. It doesn't understand that. And in a way that kind of mirrors this character. He doesn't know why these aliens are here, and he doesn't understand their logic and their reasoning or their language. So when you look at it in that prism, that is really what made me stop and say, man, I really, really like this book. So I think you should pick it up. I think all 10 of my followers should go find this and pick it up. It's a great comic series. It's really quick. It's get in, get out. $6 for this story is a steal. Is a freaking steal. Like I said, Justin M. Ryan should be writing for a bigger company. Yeah, I think he's a good writer. That's all I got for this one. I'm going to do a couple more today. I got some free time. Another cool development in the world of Nerdicane. I have an Xbox now. I bought an Xbox for Christmas. I usually have to buy my own Christmas gift because my sisters, I love them, but they're not very good gifters. I have the same gamer tag, Nerdicane, same as Twitter, same as this, same as Xbox Live. So like me or hit me on with friends. Maybe when I get a few more followers, I'll start doing some game nights, and then I think when I do commentary on like things that are happening, like the Twitter drama and like the company drama, I think I'm gonna play games like Batman Arkham, the Arkham series, or Marvel vs. Capcom, or maybe the Lego Marvel games. I love the Lego Marvel games. I think I'm gonna do that and then overlay it with that visual and then do a voice to that, because the old method, if you see some of my old videos, the old method is not that great. I think some gameplay would probably be a little more entertaining for you guys to watch. But thanks for watching. I'm Nerdicane. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'm back, and I'll start seeing you guys more often, okay? Thanks.